lots of really good positive news this morning, isn't there?
I know. A very good Monday. Happy Monday.
It's a happy Monday. And how cool is it that Southern residents have done so well at the Royal Easter Show?
I know. We've smashed it.
We've smashed it. We've got the district exhibit. Yanko took out the school exhibit. We've got a lovely young woman who's a lawyer. She's from Cootamundra. She has been declared the New South Wales Agricultural Society Young Woman of the Year.
Amazing.
Amazing.
So good.
So good. Now, things are dry enough, but a different sort of drought has broken at the Sydney Easter Show over the weekend because it's been more than 20 years. But the Southern District was crowned the overall winners of the District Exhibit Perpetual Trophy for the best produce. Each piece of the entry is meticulously prepared, then judged, going toward the overall points. Now, ABC's Amelia Bernasconi caught up with some of the Southern District's winning team members. That's Marie Lindley, Life member Matthew Mueller, and coordinator Ken Hewitt.
It was a big thrill for us, yeah. We haven't won it since 2002, and so it's been a long time for us, and we've gradually been building our numbers up and getting the right produce to knock on the door, and this year's it. So.
And how special for the 125 year to win it this year?
Well, you couldn't pick a better year, could you? As Kenny said, it's a lot of hard work goes into these displays, and people many hours collecting produce and doing that. And we've come here and showcased the best of the best, and we've managed to get over the line.
Mari, what's it been like for you?
It has been a wonderful journey, and of course they need to be fed, and I cooked for them for 22 years, and I've really enjoyed it. And my husband and I have been involved for 53 years. He was at one stage the chairman and then the manager.
53 years,
yes.
You would have seen some pretty incredible exhibits. How does 2025 stack up?
It gets better every year. More professional. And of course they're all beautiful people. We have a great team.
Yeah, what does it mean to be able to bring the produce to the city to really showcase what you do?
I think it's very, very important, especially this day and age, in the technical world. People tend to forget where their food comes from. So we're here to display it all, and we will keep on doing it for as long as we can.
How many growers and producers are involved in bringing everything together? How does the competition actually work? Because you get judged on just about everything.
You do, yeah. Right from your oilseeds, your eggs, hams and bacons, your wines, right through, and it's just a coordination of everything. Like we have one bloke will get all our grains, and he's in charge of getting the grains. Another bloke's in charge of the vegetables, or women too, like it just depends what it is. And our cotton and all that, and it's just everyone pulls together, and they're experts in their field, so they'll go out and get the best produce that they can find, because the seasons depict what your produce is like. If it's bad in one section, then they've got to move to another section. It's up to them to source it out. If I give them a section to do, that's their job to source out the blue ribbon materials. So.
And they've obviously succeeded in that this year because it shows the diversity as well of what is grown in the southern region. And I know there'll be things that just don't really grow in your patch, but things that you can grow very well might not grow up north.
That's right. Well, rice is the only thing that we can grow the others can't grow. But, we have sugar cane and pineapples and bananas, of course. They're all a no-no on and ginger, of course. But, yeah. So we have a lot. We have 1,500 points of elimination. So that's for produce you can't grow yourself, and for produce that you can't get because of floods or droughts or things like that. So you put the best up you've got with the season conditions and go from there then, and it doesn't take long to waste 1,500 points, I tell you.
It must be extra special because I've been hearing it is, the season's turning to be not the best down south at the moment. So to be able to showcase the best of the best that's come up over the last few months, that must be quite special with, quite a few challenges ahead for a lot of farmers.
It is. It's extremely dry from the Monero to Bega right through, and you have your little patches where you can water a product and get it over the line. But it's sometimes a dry time will give you a better produce because you've just got enough water to keep it going. And it really shines with the sunshine. But if you have a lot of rain, then it wrecks a lot of your products. So this year was just even though it's extremely dry, it was a perfect year for us to to get the awards.
Very good. And the display too, Matthew. What's your role in? Like, how do you map it out to put it all together to showcase then what you produce for the City-siders?
So we have a designer. We have a designer which we employ to actually come up with a design, which then comes to a committee meeting for the committee to then pass, which it also then needs to go to the RAS and make sure it meets all the RAS specs. So she's probably been working on the backdrop for 8 or 9 months, getting it all together, comes down here, puts the props up. She'll have an idea in her mind, she'll pass that on to us, and we'll be here 10 days prior to the show, showcasing it and putting her display together for her.
And what about you, the season where you're based at the moment? Tell us a bit about what you do. What do you run down there?
So I manage a property, a mixed farming operation in southern New South Wales. I can't get much further from here if possible. I'm 670 k's away, if you want to be exact. But look, our season at the moment, we a bit like everyone, we copped a bit of rain during our cereal harvest last year. Our season's still dry at the moment. We're planting canola as we speak, but we've been lucky enough to have a bit of irrigation water to pre-irrigate. But I mean, if the season runs out, we're still going to be like a lot of others and be very, very tough.
What does it mean, though, to be able to share stories and I guess the realities of how food and fiber's grown with City-siders here at the Easter Show?
Oh, it's great. And one thing about these district exhibits is it's closing that gap between the city and the country. And that's why we're here. And as I said, a lot of hard work. It's a big competition, and you wonder why you do it. And when the public come in, that's the reason why we do it. If we can get that little bit gap closed, a lot of people don't realise what happens in the big picture. They just think they can go to Woolworths and buy their food, but without our growers, we can't do that.
It's pretty accurate, isn't it, that some of the people putting together the Southern District display, which took out the honours at this year's Royal Easter Show,